Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Alright. Let's see. Let's grab some things out of the storage here. Because today we're gonna mostly just train. Not really much to do. We kind of completed all of our weeklies really quickly. So, nice and chill for the next couple of days until at least weekly reset. And I'll probably also, yeah, maybe I'll work on like another character possibly. Just because like, we do get these compensations. I haven't really decided how to do like stuff with this yet. 3 mag pots, I might chuck onto another character. Maybe I can prep another character for like future. Tilda, thank you for the 7 months. Are you pretty is crazy, dude. What does that even mean? But how good was this compensation? You know, this was more than I expected. I did say as a joke that maybe we'll get fragments. It's kind of crazy that they gave us 300 fragments as compensation. This is like better than Ride or Die, or like Operation Dive. Like unironically, like these rewards are better than the actual event. It's like this event here, we get like 300 plus like a bunch here. And now what? We get this? This is like unironically better. Yeah, we got more. This is from the Star Forcing event being down. I think the guys on Kronos got a little bit more as well. I don't know if that's actually the case. But yeah. I haven't really fully decided what to do with this. I might put it onto my RL. That's what I'm thinking. The problem with my RL though is that it's really lacking energy. Energy is like kind of sad right now for Challenger World, especially if I'm not grinding. And you're not going to use this for the energy. So yeah, at the very least the EXP rewards are pretty damn good. Like three mag pots is nice. Anybody in Challenger World should be, oh pardon me, all the guys in Challenger World should be pretty much level 260 or getting a lot closer. And that's always nice. So then the guys who have the Shine Pass are not like so much further ahead, if you can really call it being ahead. Hardstyle is hard. I was watching some of the guys in my guild try to do the boss yesterday. It's a very interesting looking boss, I'll say that much. But yeah, we're nice and chill for the next couple of days. Smashed out all the weeklies and such. So, yeah. How much combat power do I need to solo hard lucid or easy lucid? Easy lucid, I actually did it yesterday. I was at like around 10 mil combat power at most, and it took me 8 minutes to do, or like under 10 minutes to do. So you can go pretty low in a way. Yeah. Like I can imagine it being as low as like 5 mil. It might be a long run. Lucid is definitely one of those bosses where, you know, long run is not exactly the most fun, but hey, if you want the clear, like 5 mil is probably more than enough to do it. But yeah, half an hour run in Lucid is not ideal. I'll say that much. You don't know how I can grind so much without getting tired from the boss, from the class. You kind of just like, I wouldn't say like build resistance to it is the right word, but it just, when you have certain goals, it's easy to stay fixated on it. Like this is the same as like anything else, right? Like you have a goal in mind, or you enjoy it, it's easy to keep going. I know like these sorts of grinds aren't for everybody, because like if you change this a little bit, like, if you think about the guys who play, for example, RuneScape, right? It's kind of the same thing, where for some of the activities, it's just repetition, right? You're doing the same thing over and over. But, you know, some people like that. And I would say, for me, I like the grind. So it's easy for me to keep going. In a game like MapleStory that is like so grind heavy as well, like you kind of need to enjoy the grind in some aspect. Because this sort of grind is definitely a good chunk of the gameplay. Like if you don't like to farm, that's fine. It's just that you're going to level up a lot slower. So if you have any ambitions of clearing further bosses, like for me, I want to try to get to Limbo. That requires me to be 285. Like if I don't grind, I don't get 285. As simple as that. More mag pots so your Phantom can jump to 260, you know? I don't really think I need 20, right? Oh, maybe it is 20. There's no fame chairs? Do you need fame chairs though? Just use the pot. Isn't the pot just a better fame chair? I'm confused. Yeah, isn't the fame pot like a level 300 chair? I guess it's like a free resource as opposed to paying 5 mil for it, but it's fine. Do I need a huge amount of combat power to do Epic Dungeon at 264? No, but depending on your combat power, could take a while. I actually did High Mountain yesterday on my RL. It was like 9 mil combat power when I was doing it, and it took me like an hour. I split it across 2 days. Like if you've been following my RL series, like you will see like I literally start doing High Mountain on one day and I finish it the next day because it was just taking so long. Lucid was easier than High Mountain in terms of the HP. It was so gross. Got a ration now? It's so funny that you say that, Polar, because I remember when they made like G-Skills 30 mil to refresh it or whatever it was, you were paying that. But now you don't want to pay the 5 mil for the fame pot. The times have changed. You've changed, man. The old Polar would have paid the 5 mil for the fame buff. But yeah, High Mountain technically doable for anybody after level 260. It's just, it'll take a while depending on how weak you are. And unfortunately, we all start off pretty damn weak. We do start off pretty weak. I think now that I got that one from one pity, doesn't this make it so then I... Oh wait, no, I'm still off by like 2 weeks. Never mind. Maybe I shouldn't have claimed it so hastily. Oh well. Someone say compensation? Yep, all of us gained some compensation. It was a very pleasant surprise when I logged in on my my rail this morning. Because I was gonna do some stuff possibly and I saw the compensation, I was like, oh, this changes how the video works. I am never logging back onto my shade. That's never happening. It's too many resources to bring back characters from the dead. It's too many resources required. What is JH doing here? Get out of here. Go enjoy your holiday. Do I have 10k Legion? I think my Legion is about 10k. Let me have a look. Let me loot real quick. There you go. 10.1. Almost 10.2. How easy is CPAP compared to CVEL and Enlomian? It's stronger than CVEL, I think, but definitely weaker than Lomian. It's not that much stronger than CVEL. It really isn't. It's maybe like similar HP. Maybe a little bit more. Do Frontier through the notification. I did see that. Like if you have the Frontier notification, you can do it in your farming map. Yeah, that's you know, it's alright. If you happen to finish your Frontiers and your training, you can access it while training, rather than waiting for your coupon to finish and then going to town. It's not bad. Today's your rest day. That's fair. You walk around a lot and you get tired, for sure. The compensation, I can open here. This is the compensation we got. So 3 mag pots, 500 advanced EXP vouchers, and 300 fragments. Unironically, the compensation was better rewards than the Operation Dive event. Or at least it's on par to it. Yeah, pretty good compensation. If you're somebody who like is not playing a Shine character and you're playing free to play, those pots are good. Those mag pots will get you to 260, probably. How was your day? I'm doing well, Shanks. Day was good so far. Just on my usual grind, and then later today I'm gonna try to upload another video. I'm trying to finish up my rel stuff. And also my rel can possibly do some more bosses later. I'm pretty keen on it, but they gave us compensation. I wasn't expecting it so fast, actually. And I didn't expect the compensation to give, like, actual good amount of damage. 500 tickets seems like an insult. That's actually not a bad amount of EXP. It sounds like a little bit, but depending on what level you are, it's actually decent. Like 500 is just basically an extra Monster Park run. It's fine. It seems like a whatever reward, but you know it's free. I'm kind of surprised that they even gave frags in the first place. Like 300 frags is very generous considering how stingy they were for the event. You like free stuff? Yeah, me too, man. Been a long time since you came back? Yeah, I've been playing my Kanna pretty consistently for the last 2 months or so. And it's more or less my main now. what happened was really bad. Yeah, but then we have so many people who are making jokes about Nexon giving like basically nothing for the thing, and then in the same circle, people complaining that the compensation wasn't enough. Like, you can't complain about both things, you know what I mean? I feel like a very common sentiment is they're not going to give us anything, and then when they do give us something, people complain, oh, it's not enough. Like, which one is it? You can't complain about it both ways. It's not how it works. Needs to go down more. I mean, to be fair, the frags weren't because of Kronos going down. The frags were because of the star forcing thing, I'm assuming. This one's the best so far. It's very contextual too. I'd say if we were really like digging back into the archives for like when I was playing, the best compensation was when people found out that the flames were weighted towards strength. There was a period of time where like every time that you flamed your items, it would increase the chances of like getting strength lines was higher. And when they found out about that, they compensated everybody for every flame they ever used. And they made it like a point system as well. So then you could trade in more of your flame points to get more eternal flames. And back then, like eternal flames were a rare reward. Like it was genuinely difficult to get eternal flames. Nowadays it's like, oh, you log in, you do a few things, and then in a week you get 150 black flames. Back then that was unheard of. Like literally impossible to get eternal flames. You maybe get like 10 across an event. And then in this one compensation, like people got like thousands of flames. For those who have been playing for a while. Like, yeah, that flame compensation was probably one of the most significant compensations. And also, at the time, they also gave everybody like 1,000 arcane symbols. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot right now. Like 1,000 arcane symbols you'll probably get throughout the span of the event, right? But back then, you only got like, at most, like, what? It was 10 symbols a day per area at most. And then you got like a few more per day from doing the dailies, so maybe at most 15 a day. And we didn't even have the weeklies, right? That was it. That's all you got, 15 a day per area. And they gave us 1,000 symbols. That's like right now if they compensated 5,000 symbols in one shot. Now you imagine like the compensation, like they screwed up so bad that everybody got refunded like 2,000 black flames and then 5,000 arcane symbols basically. It was crazy for the time. It was so bad that like people were genuinely complaining that the arcane symbols were unusable because we didn't have money. Like we couldn't physically pay for the upgrade for the symbols. I remember that was a genuine complaint being like, why did they compensate symbols for no reason? Like, yeah, I appreciate the symbols, but nobody can afford to upgrade the arcane symbols. That was a real complaint. But those were different times. I'll just say I'm very happy now that we don't have to worry about our arcane symbols. They level up so much faster, it's like... yeah, it's nice. Missing 3 days in Challenge World 3? Does it hurt first week progress? Well, I mean, it hurts in the sense that you missed out on 3 days worth of dailies. The biggest downside is that you missed out on EXP from Monster Park. I'd say that's probably the biggest downside. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're playing as a free-to-play, you're not gonna fuss about a couple of days, or even a couple of weeks. Because the pay-to-win stuff actually speeds you up by months. So, if that's what you're comparing yourself to, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Look, at the end of the day, it's not gonna change your prog by that much. Especially if you're kind of new and returning to the game. It's still gonna take you a while to kind of figure things out. So, you know, missing a few days here and there, it's not gonna hurt. On top of that too, like even for my RL, I missed out on a few days because I wasn't like on Maple over the weekend. I literally was just had no time. So it's fine. Don't worry about it too much. When it comes to min-maxing things, like MapleStory, to min-max is... it's good and all, but it's also kind of like tedious. And not worth the hassle, in my opinion. Gonna copy my Kanna and stay at 275 in gate 2? Oh hell nah. Or gate 1. The gate 1 tech. And you think of the hero sound effect change. I'm not used to the sound effect change because apparently they changed it for like pretty much every class, if I understand correctly. Like it's just the ones that had too many lines. I don't mind like the overall bassier sound because some of the lines did sound kind of thin. But it's going to take some time to get used to. I'll say like overall I think I preferred the previous sound to the new sound. I think I prefer the old sound. Yeah, hero changed. I remember playing a few other classes. I was like, why does this sound funny? There were a few others. I think Xenon's one also changed. Off the top of my head. I feel like Corsair also changed. Yeah, not sure. I think I do prefer the old sounds. It felt more distinct. Now it sounds a lot more homogenized. It sounds like a lot of them are too similar now. Being anti-pay to win. Those 10 week dual passes are fairly tempting. Yeah. Nexon has really done good design on getting people to pay for things. So some of the benefits are pretty damn good. That one I can't deny. Now some of them, like you said, I don't want to pay personally. But I understand why people are very tempted. Do you command only when farming? Nah, she just goes wherever she wants. That's why I farm standing in mostly one area, so then, you know, she only needs to hit things in that small area. Actually, her search hitbox is actually quite big. But it takes time for her to attack all the mobs. So you don't want to, like, stay in an area that has too many mobs. Is return play still struggling for almost everything? Yeah, it's hard to start. So I'd say like missing out on a few days here and there is not going to be the end of the world. You'll be alright. My concern for being like a little bit too lax on my Challenger world right now is I don't have any money. So I can't like rent my first set of gear properly. I can only rent parts of it. It's a little bit annoying. I haven't been doing Ursus or anything like that. So I'm probably gonna end up doing like Hard Lotus with like half of the rental gear equipped. I'm not gonna have enough money to rent the full rental gear. Not having money to make Meso drop gear? I'm not even gonna make Meso drop gear. I'm just gonna buy my rentals and then call it a day. Am I gonna Star Force? What do you mean? I have no money to Star Force with. Star Force where? I did see people saying that we're gonna get like compensation, like Shining. Is that actually the case? Because I didn't see anything on it. I just, you know, word of mouth. Is Ursus golden hour right now? If it is, it's gonna end in 1 minute. $300 frags? Yeah, the 300 frags is nice. Did not expect them to give frags as rewards. Actually, I was hoping that they would. I didn't expect 300 though. Just did Baldrix after losing event stats. Took 29 minutes. Yeah, the Sacred Force is quite sad. Losing the Sacred Force is pain. Well, for the Shining, I guess if I have any money, I can try again on that source that, like, isn't going. It's already taken 18 bill. It's gonna take another 18 bill because there's no hard pity. There'll be additional Star Forcing events starting on server reset 27. Server reset 27, so it's a day earlier. It's on the Saturday instead of the Sunday. You know, I'm getting like some kind of deja vu here. Have you guys, I don't know if any of you guys remember this one time. It was when they did a DMT, I think. DMT didn't work because it was the old DMT where it was 2 hours within the day and it just happened. And everybody in the server was just on in those 2 hours and every single person was trying to cube at the same time and it just didn't work. It just straight up didn't work. For 2 hours the game was dead because so many people were trying to cube all at the same time. And then they announced a compensating DMT. And then it was the same kind of DMT where in those 2 hours throughout the day it would be turned on. And the compensation DMT didn't work. This is giving me those vibes. Like, surely this will be okay, right? I don't expect it to be anything wrong because they kind of already supposedly fixed all the issues with Shining. But I'm just thinking, man, it would be pretty tragic if like the compensation the compensation Shining also broke. So you're gonna get compensation for your compensation. Because that's what happened with the DMT. There's a reason why DMT is split across so many days. It was because back then it was pretty awful. No, actually the first iteration of them fixing double miracle time was pretty bad. They made it so then you had to log into the game and buy tickets. And then if you bought a ticket, then you were allowed to do double miracle time cubing on a certain day if you had the ticket for it. So they made double miracle time not available to everybody. You had to buy a ticket. Imagine being in line to do double miracle time. And if you didn't get a ticket for it, well then you just didn't get double miracle time. And then the ticket was just on a random day too. Oh, so bad. It was so bad. They brought it later, so shall we fix? Yeah, I'm sure it is fixed. I'm just saying, like, it would be pretty tragic if, like, the worst case situation happens and then the compensation gets bugged. I have no doubt that, like, Shining has been fixed, but has Shining on Saturday been fixed? This is just giving me the same vibes as, like, when Hyperion got the 1.5 times thing, where, like, they turned it on, and then it was fine, and then it stopped working, and then they turned it off, and then they turned it on again, and then off again. Oh no. Yeah, you had to register for a time period. It was so weird. But then they went too far with it. They made it so then double miracle time was like spread across 2 months. That's way too big. I think the upcoming version of double miracle time is the one that makes the most sense. Like they just split it across a few days. That way people are able to do some at a time and not all of them at a time. Because the whole issue was just so many people cubing all simultaneously. Now, the one thing that they need to do to make double miracle time almost perfect is to get rid of that announcement in the chat box. They can keep the buff if they want, right? I'm sure that doesn't help with the lag, but, you know, if they really wanted to keep the double miracle time buff, sure. But they really gotta get rid of that announcement in the chat box. At least I think it's still there. How's Challenger World going? I am 260 at the moment, I think. Pretty close to 262. And then with this compensation, I might be able to hit 264, which is good. Ideally, I would like to hit 266 to get like the Arca symbol, but yeah, that might be a bit ambitious. But yeah, I did like very loose calculations on the EXP. I think with those 3 mag pots, and then I do my 7 Monster Park runs, and I use the 500 EXP vouchers. I can buy the Ride or Die, or like the Operation Dive EXP vouchers. I can do my Monster Park Extreme. I might be able to level 264. And if I get to 264, maybe I'll have enough damage to clear C10, even if it's free to play. I think it's looking a little bit tight though. Yeah, chances are I'm gonna spend tomorrow morning just doing Arel stuff. So probably no early stream tomorrow. Maybe a stream at usual time, but not early stream. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But this compensation was a very pleasant surprise. Yeah. They did say they were going to do some compensation. I didn't expect it to be this fast. And I definitely didn't expect it to be 300 node stones. Oh, sorry, 300 fragments. What's it for? I'm assuming it's for the Shining Star Force. Like, you know how the Shining was down for a while? Kronos also got additional compensation in the form of EXP coupons and boosters. Because of the server was actually dead. Whether or not it was enough, you know, that's a different question. But you know, it's definitely more than I expected, at least for the Shining component. I feel like for Kronos, you guys should have probably got a little bit more out of it. Change of scenery. Yeah, I moved my my table maybe a couple of weeks ago now, so the background's a little nicer for you guys. It's not just my blank wall on my right anymore. Able to claim 1 coupon at a time. For the 4X for Kronos? That one I don't know because I'm in Hyperion. I can't even test it. But if it claims the same way as the other stuff, I can see it being split. Maybe? Yukinon, hello. How goes your Cannon Master adventures? For the frags, I think you might be able to claim them one at a time. There is 10 of them. I'm kind of scared to click it because I want to claim this in Challenger World. But I do know that when they did this for some other stuff, you could claim it separately. Unless I'm mixing it up with something else. You can't? Oh, okay. There you go. Somebody said that you can't. Yeah, it doesn't... Well, if one person says you can't, then I'm inclined to believe that. It's going to end up being like all 10. Yeah, it'd be nice to split it. Leeching C10. Nice. Did you Jenny pass the Cannon Master, or are you just working on it normally? Got it? Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, for me, it's all gonna go into Challenger World, so thankfully that the decision isn't too hard. I'll just keep claiming stuff on Challenger World. You know, free stuff. After proper frags, true. So you don't have to leech anymore. Then you can do your own 30-minute V-Healer runs. W. The most fun part about liberating a new character is soloing C10, and you just You just sit through it. You just sit through a half an hour V-Hiller run. And just cry about it. Yep. The Shine Pass gives you pets with 15 attack on them? Yeah, it's... I wouldn't hold my breath on that, like, staying in the game. But, at the same time, maybe it's the case. Ten at once and not stacked 10 slots? Oh no, is that what you meant? I think the thing about the Shine Pets is that it kind of depends on how it was sort of advertised. I know that for the other attack pets, they were like specifically advertised to give attack. If this one was like meant to be like a hidden thing that only like paid players could get, I don't know, it's a little bit sus. I feel like if they just add it into the patch notes, I don't know if it's actually there because I haven't checked, but if it actually states that these pets give attack and it's, you know, it's not specific, then that's fair. But if it's only meant to be in interactive, I wouldn't be surprised if they remove it later. Because I know that the other attack pets were specified that they give attack. And it was like proper events for it. Now, I don't personally have an issue. But yeah. What the heck? Who just showed up on my map? Which one of you guys is this? No more Challenger World? Challenger World for me is right now just video only content. We're gonna be grinding buddies? I don't know, I'm not gonna be here for too long. I think. Hopefully, I don't want to be in Altaria for long. I don't want to be in Altaria anymore. I want to go to Carcion. I'm gonna stalk your gear. Let's go have a look. Holy crap, that's a good Jenny staff. I had to double take, that flame is juiced. Holy crap. Tier 7 attack, tier 6, and then a little bit of stat on top of that. Crazy. That's good stuff, man. That's a crazy weapon flame. Would you rather AFK small map or a big one that moves around a lot? Probably the small map. But for some of the big maps, you're moving around as much as you would on a small map anyway. Because a lot of the times you're just teleporting around, putting down like stuff. So even though this one, it looks like I'm kind of active, it really wasn't that different from how I was farming in the old map. So I don't mind this. Weapon second got crazy lucky. Yeah, I literally did a double take when I saw your weapon. I saw the 250 attack. I was like, wait a minute. That seems really high. Dull Prime with boss cubes? Yeah. So sometimes the best stuff that you get comes from the free things you find off the floor. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, I did like a little bit of estimation on how much EXP I need to get to 285. I think I need like maybe another week, maybe 2 weeks to get there. If I consistently grind and do my Monster Park runs, in a few weeks I'll also get enough EXP from these Mecha Berry farm passes, just from the ones from the Meso shop. That plus the Express boosters should be enough to get me to 285. The Express boosters and Mecha Berry, like, obviously are better to be used late as possible. But I think getting to Carcion is like my priority anyway. I get to Carcion and then I can chill out a little bit. At least I'll get the new symbol. Like, 286 would be nice, for sure. You get extra damage on Limbo and stuff, but just the level by itself is good. When did they expire? They all expire at the same time in September. So you can buy them now. Like, same with the Express boosters. If you buy them now, you can hold them as long as you need to. The Express boosters give you EXP, like a set amount of EXP, based on the mobs in your map. So ideally, you use it in the map that has the highest level of mobs you can access. So for me, it would be in this map. I believe this is like 284. I don't think I can access 285 mobs or anything. And because they're not affected by any EXP things, you should probably do it when you're like doing dailies, but you're not even on a rune or anything. Like if you're literally farming blank, then you can pop the Express boosters. There's no point popping them when you're on 4x, because it's just gonna like interfere with your farming. Stack Mecha and then transfer. For the Mecha Berry, it's also across the account. The Express boosters, on the other hand, are per world. So if you can afford to buy Express boosters on Challenger World, that might not be a bad idea too. But it's pretty expensive though. It's like 600 mil per week to buy all 10 of them. And it's up to you to like find out if the amount of EXP it gives you is worth the 600 mil. I think for me, because Meso is not too big of an issue right now, I'm pretty happy spending for these things. Like, more money would be good, but I think I do value the EXP kind of highly at the moment. You would have missed the Mecha Berry and boosters. Yeah, I kind of got lucky as well, because the guys in the Discord, they said that, that the shop resets on boss reset. So I actually tried to update my game as soon as possible, just specifically for that. So I updated my game. I bought the boosters on day 0, and that's like literally all I did. I just bought it on my Kanna and then basically went back to sleep. I was also tired. Yeah, they reset with boss reset. You get you get 2 Mecha Berry tickets and 10 Express boosters a week. Basically, if you do all your Ursus runs every day, it kind of pays for the Express boosters, so it's not too bad. Is there a limit on the boosters? I don't think so, actually. You can use as many as you want. Let's have a quick look. I remember reading it yesterday. Yeah, the Express boosters can be used with no daily limits. So you can hold these as long as you want, as long as you use them all before the expiration. Hello Fuzzy, how you doing? I think that's also the case with the Mecha Berry things. Each Mecha Berry ticket for me is basically about 7%. Maybe a little bit less once I level up to 284. I'll probably use it when I'm at 284. Let's have a quick look here. Mecha Berry farm tickets. 1 will give me 6.9. Yeah. So after next week, I'll have 6 of those, which gives me 41%. That's huge, actually. So I'm expecting to level up to 285 in like about 13 or 14 days from where I am now. I think that's a pretty fair estimate. I get about 2% a day from just Monster Park alone, so that's 26% already. Then I get 1 MPE in between there, which is another like 2% or so. So I'm at 23. That basically just from Monster Park is going to level me up. So if I can somehow get another like 50% EXP, it's pretty doable. Like 50% EXP will be from the Express Boosters. Express Boosters, I think every 10 gives me 3%. I'll have 40 by then. So that's 12%. It's super doable. Like 13 days is 285. Math checks out. The rare occasion where my math checks out. You want to use it for Hecate? Nah, don't. You gotta hold, man. Don't claim any energy with these compensations. The frags are the way to go. At least in heroic. It'll take you way longer to farm the frags than it is to get the energy. You just gotta hold. Just wait for the reset. If you really need energy, I would try to find other ways to do it. Don't grief. It's not even like because it's grief, it's just a time effort thing. The early stages of any character, energy is always like steep. It's because the unlock cost is so high, right? Like you spend, what was it, 2 or 3 per mastery, and then 3 or 4 per skill, and 5 for your ascent, 7 for Soul Janus, 7 for Soul Hecate. Like the upfront cost is really high. You gotta hold off, man. You gotta hold. We'll be good together, and pick energy. Energy's the way to go. Not energy, sorry. Fragments are the way to go. You just gotta hold off from spending energy. Don't buy any energy. Am I standing and playing? No, right now I'm sitting down. Does it look like I'm standing? It is a new camera though, so maybe that's why. It's a different angle. Also, Saber, good to see you, man. Are you back into the game? I remember you were like in and out of Maple for a bit. Have you come back for this Challenger World? You have 1 Magpot in Challenger World 3. What would be the best time to use it? I'd say you could use it at 245, because then you get guaranteed 5 levels. That's probably a fine time to use it. After 250, basically a Magpot will give you about 50%. So like the value of it doesn't really change after 250 too much. If you hit 245, then I would use it so then you could do like the better Monster Park as well, because then you can do the Lab Monster Park. I used my first Magpot at 245. Hello Crispy, how you doing? Yeah, I'd say like Magpots are good to use anytime after 245 anyway. Like 245 on a Hyper Burning will get you straight to 250, which is good. And then every time after 250 it'll give you like the same amount of EXP anyway, so there's not really like that much optimization you can do other than you get to the next area so then you can do better Monster Parks basically. Going for 10 fan badges sucks? It does. If you have no drop rate, it's so bad. It's so slow. I think for my Challenger World, I might just only go for the 1 badge and just call it a day. Going for 10 badges, I don't know if that's a good use of my time. At least not with the way that I'm approaching Challenger World. Because I'm kind of taking it chill. I don't know, spending a few hours just grinding fan badges doesn't sound that fun to me. I think it's valid to go for 1 badge, because 2 fams is decent value for 1 badge. 10 fams for 3... 10 badges for 3 fams? I'm not so sure. Took an hour to get 10? That's pretty fast, actually. It takes me an hour to get 10 with max drop nowadays. There's just so many cards that you need to get. And if you get unlucky on like some of the low spawn rate ones, you can get stuck there for ages. I'll never forget, that one mob in Rien took me 15 minutes to get. I was literally playing a game of Dota 2 in the background while farming that. I would just tab back in every once in a while to put down a summon. And it took 15 minutes for me to get one fam card. Yeah, Rien, it takes a while. It depends on which ones you get. Because again, it's just luck. It's luck. There's no strat for it, right? It's just have as much drop rate as you can get, and then pick the fam that you want to get for whichever badge that you want, and just hope for the best that it drops. Try dailies in different maps, yeah, but then you still have to get lucky and then go pick them up, right? I'm not saying like it's not a bad idea. It's a good idea to do dailies on different maps and stuff, but it still takes a while to get the badges. Because how many days worth of dailies is it going to take you to get those 8 badges? Still takes a while. Stupid badges. These fam cards drop like nothing, man. I've done the 10 badges, or 10 badges so many times on my account, I can tell you for a fact. Anybody who tells you, unironically, it took them an hour to get all 10 badges is just... unless they prepped for it, this is crazy fast. Like, even if you get one fam card per minute, there's like at least 60 different fams that you have to go collect. You're telling me that it took you a minute per card? There's no shot, man. You get unlucky on a single one, it's already going to take you more than an hour to get all 10 badges. No, even on 400 Polar, it still takes ages. It only takes like 1 or 2 cards for you to get unlucky for it to take longer than an hour. Yeah, I can't believe so many people do it on Challenger World. I respect the effort. I could not. I've been too traumatized by these stupid fam cards. I can't do it, man. I'm glad that in your server, if you've done all 3 of them already, or like have all 3 slots open, that's it. I don't want to do that ever again. Rien badge is bait? Yeah, 100%. Only took me one time to do it to realize it was bait. After doing it the first time on my jet, that's it. Never again. Never did Rien ever again. But back then we didn't have that many choices. Now we have a lot more badges. So at least like there are more from the Arcane River, there's more from soonTM as well, or like Grandis in general. So that helps out a lot. It still takes a while though. There's just so many cards, like the bigger badges are easier to get in the sense that the mob maps are like better. But it still takes a while. Yeah, I wouldn't bother with Rien. Rien is bait. That card that says that you just need 5 of them? Nah. That guy spawns 3 times every 7.5 seconds. No, that's not happening, man. If you go in and if you spawn into that map and you kill a mob and you get the badge, like the card immediately, and then there might be an argument to do that one. But even then, the rest of the mobs aren't very good. Am I extremely tall? Nah, not really. I'm like 6 foot, maybe slightly under 6 foot. I'm on like 182 centimeters or something like that. I don't know what the conversion to feet is, but I just remember it was close to 6. Will I try the new class when it hits? I think I'll try it. I don't know if I'll like prog it necessarily. I haven't really thought about it like Maple that far yet. I don't even know what I'm doing right now other than playing my Kanna, to be honest. 172? No, 182. You were told I was 2 foot tall? Of course. Breeze spreading fake news. Didn't play a rel? No, I have an rel. I'm making a YouTube series on it. So let's combat power gain on Kanna. Yeah, my Kanna got good gains. I'm glad that I didn't have to worry about getting spares or anything. I just safeguarded everything all the way to 22. That Zerk got me good though. Look at that Zerk cost compared to everything else. 120 bill. Holy moly. Got rinsed. That's okay. At least the rest of it went cheap. Everything after the Zerk went pretty cheap. 20 to 21 in one bill each for a couple of items. It's pretty good. Is my kind of highest combat power now? No. I think my Cannon Master is still higher. My Cannon Master is higher while still not being in my champions as well. Like, the champion buff, or your Legion champion, like, passives and stuff like that, add probably 30 to 50 mil combat power. It's pretty significant. My Cannon Master is still ahead of my Kanna and isn't part of my Legion champs. The number that my Kanna has to beat is 500 mil, because that's what my Cannon Master was. My Cannon Master's lost a lot of combat power, but I took off a lot of its like gains to put onto the Kanna in the first place. Yeah, post Star Force Depression. That's okay, you get another one on Saturday, apparently. You get 3 weeks of Shining, you'll be alright. I think right now my favorite class to play, just overall, still probably is Battle Mage. The only thing I don't like about Battle Mage is that the farming of it is not my favorite. But I like the class overall though. Maybe I can tolerate the Battle Mage farming now that I've done more on Kanna, because Kanna's mobbing also isn't that good. But yeah, I do like my Kanna though. Kanna is doing 50% more damage than Cannon Master at lower combat power? Honestly, tragically, that's true. It really is. Kanna is just so strong. I can't deny it. Like, a big reason why I am enjoying the Kanna is the first time I've played, like, a strong class. Like, previously, I've always played the more, like, obscure classes. Because it was kind of fun playing weak classes, in the sense that the challenge was there. And I had my Kanna for a long time. I just never played it, right? And when they reworked the class, I figured, why not? You know, might as well play it. Got the rework, got the vac pet. Let's go push the Kanna. And turns out the rework did make Kanna into an absolute monster. And then Melvin made me into a grind demon. So now here I am. And not only that, like, I started farming on my Kanna, started working on it, you know, liberated it, all that sort of stuff within the last couple of months. It also got extremely lucky. So with everything, it was very easy to stay playing this character. Rich get richer, but instead of where the strong get... Oh, the strong get stronger? Yeah. This game is just like you're reinvesting into your account, so then you have more resources to reinvest into your account. That's just like the gameplay loop. Because they don't have Kanna? There is a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised if people in KMS really like the concept of Kanna. And it might be like, you know, a popular design choice. Like a whole summons class. Because we didn't really have a summons class outside of mechanic, but a lot of people don't really like mechanic. So, you know, they just made a new mechanic class. I was kind of joking about this, about, you know, we saw that the patch name was Overdrive. Overdrive being a pirate skill. Wow, maybe it's a mech rework. Nope, instead of reworking mech, they just created better mech. A better summons class. Mech mains in shambles. Isn't Corsair a summons class? It's less of a summons class now. It has summons for mobbing. Like, it has a lot of class summons for mobbing. But in, like, bossing gameplay, it's more of a bowmaster. They've simplified Corsair's bossing a lot. Like, if you guys like bowmaster, then Corsair isn't that different from it, I'd say. Different mobility options, different survivability options, but, like, the core bossing gameplay is, like, pretty similar. It's just Hurricane. Brain scrambler resets are addicting. It's true. That I cannot deny. It does scratch that like gambling itch a little bit. Every time you see Brain Scrambler refresh, you're just watching your Corsair just chunk the boss. And yes, Saber, I'm still on Hyperion. I am a Hyperion enjoyer. Imiat, the improved version of Timey. True. That'd be pretty funny, actually. When the class eventually gets released, maybe I will use that name. Also, Saber, thank you for following on Twitch. Appreciate it. Yeah, for those who are like watching on YouTube or on Twitch, I am streaming on both platforms. So whichever one you guys prefer to watch on, either way, it supports me. Chat points can drown him? Hell nah. Yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch for almost 2 years now. Yeah, I stream on both the platforms. I think at some point I might want to try to encourage people to join me on Twitch more so than on YouTube. Just so that I can like push for partner on Twitch. But at the same time, it probably damages the algorithm in my... Like, so it like hurts the algorithm for me, because if people stop watching on YouTube, then YouTube's gonna be like, wow, these guys, they don't want to watch him on YouTube anymore. So it's like it's a weird balance. Ever since I started streaming on Twitch, obviously, a lot of people have moved over from YouTube to Twitch. Which is good for my Twitch channel. But then YouTube is like, wait, why is everyone leaving? The people aren't coming back. This whole thing about like the YouTube algorithm's a hassle. Worrying about these sorts of things. That's why I'm gonna try to like upload more frequently. That way, at least people will have videos, and like YouTube are like, okay, they're sticking around. Maybe not for the streams, but at least the videos people watch. Thank you for the posture check. You're saving 250k points for when I do something dumb. 2 years now? Yeah. I think my first subathon was last September, but I'm pretty sure I've been on Twitch on and off. No. Maybe not Twitch. Maybe Twitch has only been a year. I think I've been streaming full time for 2 years. Why no drink? Oh. I just saw it. Thank you. Most summons class are not pure summon classes? Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that they did like a new demon class instead of like putting them as part of the existing branches. Or like expanding an existing class. They just made it like a new branch. No blue skin, can't glide properly, fake demon. Yeah, you know what? Fair. I stream full time? Yeah, I've been streaming full time for the last 2 years or so. Yeah, the face cam was... I added this last year. Yeah, it's a demon, but it's not part of the resistance. Yeah. Not sure how she ties in with the lore, but she's a demon that isn't part of the resistance. Alright, done with the grind here. Let's quickly do the rest of our dailies. Thank you for keeping me company in Top Deck 6. Now it's time for some dailies. Lin or RL for Challenger World 3. I think you get more free stuff if you play RL. But admittedly, RL is a very simple class. They might retcon. I think they said that they were going to keep Demon Slayer in like the Resistance faction and just left it. I don't remember exactly what happened in that showcase, but I feel like they did mention that, and that the demons will stay in the Resistance or something. It's a very what class? Simple. Very simple class. It's a very basic warrior class in my opinion. It doesn't really have that much, like... It's not super interesting. But if you're into that, or you want to play something, you know, easy to play, then RL's a good pick. I feel like Lin has more interesting gameplay, but that might just be me being biased to its movement. Is it kind of clunky? I mean, as clunky as any other warrior is that gets stuck on the floor. I mean, it's as clunky as you can call Hero clunky. You know, it's just attacks and you get stuck in his attack animation. Heaps of classes are like that. Lin is horrendously boring. Hey, the movement's kind of cool though. Come on now. How am I finding it so far though? It's alright. I think I find it about as interesting as I found my marksman. It reminds me a lot of my marksman out of the classes I've played personally, because you do your burst and then the burst feels like it does a lot of damage. it genuinely does. Like that key down that Irel has, and then when the explosion goes off, reminds me of when I play marksman. And it's just like you dump all your damage, and then afterwards you're just like kind of attacking with your basic attack, and you're not really doing anything else. So, you know, simple, strong, easy to play, pretty good movement. It has a 10-second iframe, like it has a inbuilt Genesis iframe. That's kind of cool. With a 2-minute cooldown as well. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't like that the thing has an animation though, because I'm so used to playing with the Genesis iframe. But yeah, I don't know. The class seems pretty solid. It's just very straightforward. It's kind of bland. Just very shiny bland. You know, it's kind of like pink salt. It just does the same thing as salt, just a little prettier, you know? Maybe it has different properties. There's probably like nuances of pink salt, I don't know. Alright, let's do Monster Park. I'll say it does feel strong though. Like just with the bare minimum funding that I had, it does seem like it's doing decent damage. But I'm not the best person to gauge damage against anyway, because I don't really pay attention to that stuff. But yeah, Saber, if you're interested, I do have some videos on my channel where I started my RL. And I'm playing it free to play. It's just like, you know, just the free stuff only. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm working on it, I have it there on my channel as well. It's a new series I'm working on. Yeah. So maybe you can have a look at that and see if you like the idea of it. And also, if you haven't played the game in a while, maybe it would just help you like catch back up too. I know a lot of the guys that watch my videos, there's a good mix of players who are like new and experienced, but I still kind of go through most of the stuff anyway, so if you don't remember anything, I might just explain it in those videos. And actually, for any of you guys who have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try my best to answer them, but depending on how far detailed you need an answer, I might not be able to help, but I can do my best. Rank 1 free-to-play RL. I don't know about that one. I feel like there's probably free-to-play players who have achieved more than I have. By a large margin too. I've already missed a few days of dailies. Like, I cannot be #1. It's just physically not possible. They made the passes very powerful. I'll say that much. The only thing technical is weaving. Yeah, but even then, it's like you said, it's not that hard. The one FTP RL that's leaping to Hyperion? True. Big Blue House still has availability. We should. If you can't join into Big Blue House on Hyperion, you can try to join any of the other house servers, like Min Blue House or Lil Blue House. We might have spaces there. I don't know when the last time we've trimmed things are. I just realized I need to log into my Xenon to claim the next part of the totems. Oh no, I don't know how many days it's been. Christmas is ruined? Nah, we should get it before Christmas. Every day that I forget about the totems is another day closer to Christmas, so you know? Next part of this. Ah, it's for the guild hall. Sorry, I didn't finish my sentence because I got distracted. They're talking and streaming at the same time. I don't have a... You'd think after doing this for a while, I'd have like a better control over what I want to say versus like my thoughts in my head. Still kind of get confused. Alright, I'm gonna do that now before I forget. All your chat for Hyperion? Nah, I think it's like 75% Kronos. Yeah, 75% Kronos seems pretty good. Kind of surprised that it's 25% Hyperion. It's quite a lot of people. Alright, so it's 10 days for this, so it needs 20 days total. And then another 60 days here, so 80 days. 80 days is 3 months, so 3 months from now, we'll be done by October. Yeah, there we go. We'll be done by October. It's not that bad. We'll be done by October. You shouldn't go to Hyperion? Well, it depends what you want out of the server. If you're somebody who likes to play and do bosses from the boss UI and find random parties, Hyperion is a bad idea because in Kronos there's a lot more people and a lot more random boss parties. If you don't mind that aspect, like either server is kind of fine. There are definitely benefits in playing in Hyperion in the sense that your grinding areas are going to be more burning in general. That's a big benefit. But in terms of party play and stuff like that, until you get pretty far into the game, I don't think you'll notice that much of a difference when it comes to making static parties. Because at the end of the day, if you want to make a static party, it's on you to join a guild and then ask around and try to find people. That doesn't change in Kronos. Like, if you want to make static parties in Kronos, you do exactly the same thing, right? You join a guild and then ask around, and then if people want to party with you, they'll party with you. The biggest difference between the two servers, to me, is the fact that Kronos has a functional boss UI. Best you've done is Hard Lotus? Yeah, so then for you, I think there won't be as many differences between the two servers other than like general population. Like, you go into towns, you might like find the maps to be a bit empty in Hyperion compared to Kronos, but every server is gonna look empty compared to Kronos anyway. Check boss UI? I will never trust Gibson whenever it says check boss UI. Why am I an enjoyer? Well, I started playing in the Hyperion server when it got released. and I really had fun playing in a fresh server. And then I joined into a pretty active guild, and I enjoyed the company of the guys in the guild, and I just stuck around. That's all it was. And I became friends with some of the guys in the guild. I mean, like, the person that moderates my Twitch and YouTube chat, he is somebody I met in Hyperion. That's all it was. Like, it wasn't that different between Kronos and Hyperion in that sense. I still also have friends that are in Kronos. But at the time, I think a lot of my friends were quitting the game. So I wanted to do something fun for my channel too. And I decided to do YouTubing full time, right? So I needed like a proper reason to make more videos, and Hyperion was just like the perfect storm for me. So it's just like the stars literally aligned for me to swap over to Hyperion, and it really like motivated me to like work on my channel and stuff. Hello Shah. Yeah, speaking of somebody that I know in Kronos, my other mod, the OG. How was your Shining, by the way? I don't know if I asked. Not sure if you were streaming it. Because I remember tuning in to people's streams at the beginning, but then it was broken. It might have been broken when you were online at first. Which makes sense. It was disabled for a bit. Yeah, see, I'm checking Boss UI, Gibson. Nothing's here. I told you. Just like I thought. Hyperion Boss UI was active with CPQ. Yeah, early on, people were really active on CPQ. We also had all the megaphones as well, which made it a lot easier. Ever since they removed megaphones, yeah, the UI died. Like, just straight up died. Because you can't even be like, you know, so-and-so content, Boss UI. I have 6 hours to decide a Lin or a Rel. Ugh. That's okay. I mean, either one of them's fine. Nice. 2 Limbo Eternals, 21 to 22. Yo, 15 bill for 2 Limbo Eternals 22? That's pretty good. That's really good. TC 100 bill for 23, pretty good. Yeah, nice. Gonna watch the series? I appreciate the support. Alright. I think I have one more Saren run to run. I think that was a good Star Forcing event for you, for like how difficult those stars are. Try a 22 CFE. Dude, tell me about it. You see my source? Everything went pretty well, and then the source came around, and it's a little tragic in comparison. The source and the... What's the other thing called? The Zerk. The Zerk also kind of obliterated me. Heli Farmer has grown. Yup. Heli Farmer has grown quite a lot. Boss fam clip? I was there live. You know, I was like just doing my own thing in the background, just editing a video. Then I just hear, I was like, what? What happened? Log back in. Oh wow, look at that. 40% boss damage. It was just like a gasp and then just quiet. I was thinking, I've heard that sound before. I've made exactly that same sound. And the only thing it could be is a luck-a-dog moment. Yup. You can't hide anymore, Shah. You can't hide anymore. You are the one with the the 40 boss damage. It's crazy too, because I feel like I've seen a fair amount of people who have told me that like on their first uniques they've hit something good. Like for your one, you happen to hit that. I saw somebody else on their very first unique hit a 110 drop fam. That's also pretty nuts. Fully boss damage is hella nice though. Oh my god, I just got hit by every pillar. I'm just gonna get stunned forever in this boss. Oh my god, there's pillars everywhere. This is what my room's gonna look like in about an hour. Actually, the sun should be out by now. The fact that the sun's not out by now means that I'm not gonna get any sun. No getting blasted today. You got 3 WAP recipes, nice. Are you doing Threads of Fate as well on Challenger World? Just for the additional wealths? I know some people are doing that. You're a Giga Toad enjoyer? I don't think I've ever done the Toad boss. No, actually no, that's a lie. I've done it at least once because I wanted the elemental staff. I remember doing the boss for the elemental staff. Oh, please. Oh, thank god. No, I thought I was behind her. Oh, I'm just getting comboed. Well, I now have no time to do my mini burst. Just got stunned in the corner for a while. Yeah, usually you're supposed to duck these attacks, not get hit by them. Ran it 12 times, you didn't get a WAP? That's rough. Kingdom for snail fam. Yup. When people tell me that they get their 10 badges quickly, I always have to wonder which 10 did they do? Because he's so OP, it really is so good, right? Definitely one of the best things. Like you're about to run away? Nope. Stun. Cancel animation. Oh no. Guess I'm dead. Alright, Saren, calm down. I'm just gonna use all my sense here. If I get lucky, my origin will do enough damage to kill her in the next phase. I walked into the fire. Oh no. Okay, definitely not enough damage. I'm gonna need another burst. No. Oh my god, because I did too much damage. She has like 3 deers. I don't like it here. Oh. All of that. You know, all of that just the HP bar stays roughly the same. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be worse. You know, I could be hit the same amount and she could have healed as well. Oh man, I don't think I clear before my Genesis runs out. Oh no. Oh no. She's on 2%. Let me die so I can respawn and attack. Genesis iframe. I mean, resistance iframe. Go. Ah, come on. 0.2. It's alright. Alright. Stop the drop. Oh, I probably should have... Wait, how do I get my... I was gonna say, I should probably get a drop coupon. I still want the ring boxes. Nah, no ring box. How are you guys liking the new buff shop? Personally, I've really enjoyed being able to buy drop coupons in that box room because I do forget every once in a while. If nothing else. So easy to forget buffs as well. Well, that is all of my weeklies. Actually, all of them. Even the ones I've been lazy on. Did you see the attack pets? Yeah, I did. We'll see if they decide to keep them. Kind of surprised that they were in Heroic, but yeah, it is what it is. Found out you can access it in the boss shop. Yeah, it's nice because like I did my Saren run. I didn't know if I was going to get drop coupons or anything, but I didn't buy it. Suddenly, it's all good. It's all good. All right, I've used all of my 4x coupons. Now we're back to using 3x coupons. Hang on. I need to grab them. Which event was it? Is it this one? Nope. This one? Yep. Wait, what? You can exchange 15 for 1? What? You know, that's pretty good for people who are lazy. I didn't know that this was a thing. Yo, where's Melvin at? How many of you guys have done those events when you finish your event and you have like 83x coupons that you didn't use? This is not for the people who use the 3x often. This is for the people who leave all their 3x coupons to the last day. Now you can trade all of them in for 4x coupons, so then you can use as many as you want in that one day. Yeah, exactly. For those, there were people who had like 100 plus at the end of the event. Now you can have 10 4x coupons. You know, that's a gain for the guys that don't really grind. I unfortunately will be claiming the 3x coupons. 3x. Did I say 4x? Yeah, you guys know what I meant. Alright, let's see. Do I hit anything with this thing? Come on. Oh, that would have been a good flame. One day. I'll hit 100 plus and 6%. Not asking for much, you know? Where do we get VIPs? I do like that we can get VIPs from this shop for cheap again. 10 points for a VIP? Pretty good. I haven't even capped my star spec boxes, so I should probably do that first. How many of you guys are capping on 2 servers at the same time? Are you guys trying for that? I know there are heaps that are telling me that they'll do that, but I don't know. Feels like the drop rate isn't great. I don't know if I'm just being unlucky or, you know, being kind of confirmation bias sort of thing, but it does feel like it takes a while to drop. More so than it was before. It's like progressively getting worse. I don't know if I'm going crazy or if I'm just like not actually paying attention. But it does feel like it doesn't drop very often. You're doing 28 Monster Park runs? Hell no. I'm doing 14 and calling it a day. Once on Challenger World. Dude, the Challenger World one's the worst because I chose not to get Soul Janus. That might have been a mistake. I ended up going for damage so I can prog the bosses for content purposes. But god, Monster Park is miserable. It's like 2 minutes of Monster Park run. It takes me 15 minutes to do my Monster Park. Where's the snail card? Dude, that's when you realize that the people who've been telling you that they finished all 10 badges in an hour either got really lucky or they're just lying. You need something to track 12 chests. You know, Polar, that's why I just opened them. I don't like paying attention on my Kanna at least, right? So every day I just open it so it resets to 0 every single day. So when I finish my farming and I open my inventory, if I see 10, that means I've done 10 out of 12. There's no point me holding the boxes. Or at least, it's like whatever. You want to help level Janice? Nah, I'm missing the energy. I don't have energy for it. I opted to use all of my energy for damage. So I unlocked Mastery 1 on my RL. And I need energy again to unlock Mastery 2 on my RL. It's kind of pain. The hitbox is so dinky, it really is. It has like an okay vertical hitbox, but it's got a miserable, like, bottom side hitbox. Like the top side is okay, but the bottom side is pretty awful. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I was on a rel and I was using my basic attack here and I couldn't hit the mages on the bottom side. Like underneath this platform here. I wouldn't be surprised. That hitbox is so sad downwards. Three hours to finish 10 badges? Yeah, that's fair. I'm not bothering with my badges on Challenger World. I might just do one. Maybe I'll do like one of the attack ones. Like maybe is it like Limina or something? I think one of them gives attack. Either that or it gives magic attack. I'm mixing them up a bit. Can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, Limina gives attack. This one's like a really easy one because these mobs actually are like, they actually have good maps and stuff. You could do soonTM as well for attack. Actually, the soonTM one's not bad. It gives you crit rate as well. And yeah, soonTM it's got a lot of mobs, but at least the mobs maps are pretty big. I don't know if my RL can one-shot there though. If it can't one-shot there, it might be kind of painful. I also have like 60% drop rate or something, so kind of cooked. Alright game, I'm gonna need you to drop me another 4 of these star spec boxes. I almost have enough for 1 restore. Halfway there, basically. I think I might one-shot in the earlier maps. Maybe not the ones in Burning soonTM yet. I'm only level 260 as well. I don't have the passes too, so I don't have the additional mob damage from that. We'll see. I mean, I'm not in a rush anyway. I'll probably end up just getting the Limina badge if I only want one. The Limina badge is like pretty straightforward, thankfully. 1% attack, why not? It's like kind of free damage. Janice feels sad, yeah. That Challenger pass is pretty powerful for farming. Like if you're somebody who wants to farm a lot in Challenger World, then that Challenger pass is so good. Between the Challenger pass and the Genesis pass, like new characters have it like pretty easy when it comes to like speedrunning prog. How's the damage? I think the damage seems okay. The burst seems like it does a lot of damage. Like between the key down and then the explosion later on in the burst, it feels like it does a decent amount of damage. The off burst is, yeah, it's whatever. It's kind of whatever. They cleared it without rental gear at 17 mil? Really? That early? Does a ton of damage? Yeah, I can't really tell if like the damage was good or not. I have only one measure of my Irel's damage, right? It's easy lucid. So I did easy lucid in about 8 minutes. That's all I've got. But I haven't done anything else to like really compare it against other classes. Easy lucid is not a very good like way to gauge the class too. You know, 2 times during my burst in P2 on my Irel, lucid flew away when the explosion went off. I was so sad. That's actually miserable. Lucid sucks for Irel. But that's because I don't have Mastery 2 unlocked yet, so that my explosion like takes a while to pop. I really want to get Mastery 2 because that explosion having such a late pop is so sad. Can't be worse than pre-rework. It's pretty similar. It's a similar vibe for me right now. But that's only because like I don't have Mastery 2 and I also don't have Hecate. Like those 2 things will probably make the explosion a lot more consistent. Hecate is so good, it really is. The quality of life of that stun every minute. You know, it also makes the player base better because everyone is now consistently doing their 1 minutes. If you ever forgot your 1 minutes before, I don't know about you guys, I just like skipped them and was like, I'll remember it next time. Now it's like, okay, I actually need to pay attention to my minutes because I want Hecate to bind the boss. I'm actually paying attention now. It only took me 5 years to pay attention to my mini burst, but I got there. Got there in the end. All it took was an OP bind and a little bit of extra damage. Or a lot of extra damage depending on which class you play. Doing 1 minute in Will aren't even on mules? I mean, it's fine if you do it. I'm just saying, like, it didn't feel like I didn't really care. If I missed my 1 minute burst every once in a while, like I forget to press my AB link, it's like, whatever. On my Corsair, the minutes were worth a lot more, so I actually paid attention to that class. Same with my Cannon Master. But like on my, my Wild Hunter, literally the 1 minute is just AB link, right? I was never diligent enough to press AB link every minute. Just didn't pay attention to it. Now things have changed. Can you explain the skill in 3? Do I press it twice? This one? I think you press it twice. I just mash it when it comes up cooldown. Every time I see my skills off cooldown, I just keep pressing the button until it goes back on cooldown. Whether or not that's how you do it, I honestly, I never read the skill. I just press it until it goes on cooldown. Roll your face on the keyboard. It really is roll your face on the keyboard. It has like a toggle. I think it has like an aiming component or something like that, or like Tengu holds the arrow out for a little bit, so you gotta press it again to actually launch it or something. I don't know. I just pressed all the buttons over and over until everything goes off. It really is roll your face on the keyboard during burst. It's a very satisfying roll, because sometimes you roll the same skill multiple times and you just chunks the boss. Just shoots it forward? Nah, the command key is to like shoot in front of Kanna, specifically in front of Kanna. All the keys have that. Because sometimes your summons are like just kind of spread all around the map. Depending on like, you know, sometimes there's a mob or a boss that's on a different spot. So sometimes you need to make sure that your summon is like right in front of you. Otherwise, if you press the skill, your summon might just like hit nothing. So you can hold down during like all of your skills and stuff like that to guarantee they're hitting in front of you, but sometimes you don't need to do that. You can actually see on the mini-map, you can see when the summons like teleport around, or at least some of them. And if you press the skill, they will hit in front of them. Or where they're facing. So if you hold down, it will make sure that it will hit in front of Kanna. Sometimes relevant. It's pretty annoying in Will actually, because Oni, she usually just gets stuck on one side, so you have to call her to your side. How did I reset the Hexa? So if you go to town and then go into quick move, you can go to Maple Administrator and then you should be able to claim Hex reset scroll. Hi. I am hydrating. See? Look, it's water. Actually clear glass this time. Yep. Who would have thought? I am not just made of coffee. That being said, I do also have a coffee cup next to me. That's bigger than my head, so... Thank you for the hydrate. That was the hydrate. You guys ever hear the saying like, you know, just only drink one cup of coffee or only drink one glass of wine? You know, it's only one, but you never specify the shape or the size. Look, it's just the way I am. I can't live without coffee. It just doesn't work. Only 1 2-liter cup of coffee? Legit. Like, the cups that I have, specifically, to drink coffee out of, I just want something big. Because I actually drink my coffee pretty slow as well. So, I don't want to have to refill. Also, it keeps me in check. I actually genuinely drink coffee for the flavor as well. I know a lot of people are just there for the caffeine hit, but for me, I do like the taste of coffee. So I don't want to drink multiple cups throughout the day, because I feel like that will just make my caffeine addiction even stronger than it is. Is it addicting? Depends if you like it or not. For me, I like it for the taste. The caffeine is like good and all, but whether or not I think I'm addicted, my body knows more than I do. If I don't drink coffee for long, like I do get headaches, right? Now I don't necessarily like have to have coffee every single day. I can skip a day, for example, right? So I wouldn't say I'm addicted. But my head doesn't know that, my body doesn't know that, and like it craves it because I had so much caffeine. It's like addiction, yes, but not like, if I had to drop it cold turkey, I could. But my body doesn't like it, and I like the taste, so I'll miss it. It sounds like addiction. It's an addiction that I'm indulging in. It's like saying, am I addicted to gambling? I can stop gambling whenever I want. I don't have to gamble and then forcefully stop when I run out of money. I can stop now if I wanted to, you know? I would say I enjoy gambling, but I can stop gambling whenever I want. Yup, that's the same thing as coffee for me. You guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Like, genuinely, I did have to stop drinking coffee for a little bit because I was feeling like pretty sick, and the caffeine probably wasn't hitting. I mean, wasn't helping. So when I dropped that for like the week, I was miserable because I was getting these caffeine withdrawal headaches. It was the worst. Also, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Do you know how much a level 215 1 mil combat character can get buying rentals? Will it be 15 mil? Also, Epic, thank you for subscribing. I don't think it'll be 15 mil, because the higher combat power you are, the more that you'll get, you know, the more you get out of the rental gear, because you have more things to scale off of. So I don't think you'll get to 15 mil, we'll probably get closer to like maybe 7 or 8, I'd imagine. Holy, there's a lot of people subscribing, hello. All at the same time. It is kind of satisfying seeing the thing pop up, hey. I can stop at any time. Famous last words? Not sure about that one. 30 mil, you reckon? Because I don't know if you have much to scale off of. But I'm just guessing, because the early levels of renting gear doesn't give you that much. Holy, there's a lot of you guys subscribing all at the same time from YouTube. Welcome. If he has no accessories, could be okay? Possibly. But he's probably using the stuff they give for free. Like the boss accessories and stuff. You loving Corsair? Dude, Corsair's movement, it's a thing of beauty. Welcome, guys. The whole glide system and then the iframe is so good. It's so crazy. I think out of the classes I've played, the whole like gliding system, only Corsairs I liked because it works a little bit differently from the other classes. What's going on here? Am I just on a loop? Yeah, the rental gear is pretty good though. Like if you want to try new bosses and you want to buy some of the rental gear, it's pretty decent. It is not cheap though. I'd say it's not cheap. Attempt to C10 gauntlet. Yeah, I want to see how far I can get as well. My character's only like just a little bit under 10 mil at the moment. Maybe I'll be able to clear like the C10 bosses. It's not looking too good though, I'll be honest. Looks kind of difficult. End Darknail and below a decent goal this week? I think so. If you're already like mid 260s, I think End 10 is definitely doable. I think that even C10 might be if you do it in a good order. I don't know, it's a bit tricky though. I think that my Rel might be able to do some of C10. I'm not that convinced I can do V-Healer though. Oh, diamond chest? Come on. No. We'll take it. How you do Hexa in Challenger World? No Erda? With great difficulty. If you don't have any energy in Challenger World, it's genuinely kind of hard. I was talking about this earlier. It's just like the upfront cost of energy is really high. Because you have to spend like, what, 3 to 4 for your skills and your your masteries, and then 5 for your ascent, and then 7 for Soul Janus, 7 for Hecate, if you unlock those skills. And those are generally, like, the skills you unlock first. It's pretty hard. Who's at level 271? Are you guys saying that you're 271 and going for the clear? My RL is only 260 at the moment. So for me, C10 is a little scuffed. But yeah, it's difficult. Yeah, 271, that's fair. I opted not to unlock Soul Janus on my rel. I don't know if I made the right call. Maybe after the weekly reset, because I claimed the 5Ks or 5K frag thingo, 5K mob kills already on Hyperion, and I didn't bother like trying to fix the thing because I saw there was like workarounds to get it to work in Challenger World. I just didn't bother with it, so I'll do it next week. I'll just get Soul Janus just for Monster Park. Kinda regret not getting Soul Janus because Monster Park is a little miserable, but I think the damage will be worthwhile because I really want to try the bosses. And spending 7 energy and 120 frags on Soul Janus, it will kind of like prevent me from doing the bosses, I think. It's a lot of diversion in terms of energy. There was a workaround? Supposedly. I don't know what the workaround is, but apparently there was. I heard people have like made new characters and then adjusted things here and there. Yeah, not sure. I just saw people mentioning it. I don't actually know how it works. Something about like making a new character and then something about dailies. Did I just get another... Did I get a back-to-back diamond chest? Where were you on Sunday? Holy moly. Ascent for green. Green ascent for green box. Holy moly. Actually happened. Another legendary. Your gains. Where were you on Sunday, huh? Show up on a random weekday? That was actually back to back. The previous chest I got was also a diamond chest, although that was blue. I had a quick look at the event. You know how it gives you like 3% or something? 3 times EXP? If I hit that green Especia on the Sunday, it would have given me 7% EXP. That's messed up. 7% EXP at 283? Hello? It's a whole Mecha Berry ticket. Yeah, 2%. Where's your green box? I actually have seen quite a few legendary Especias on my account in general. The first Especia I ever saw in this game, it was on my Ren in Challenger World. Like the first time I ever saw the diamond chest, it was legendary. And it caught me off guard and leveled me up. Am I gonna Mecha Berry on the Kanna? Yeah, I'm saving it all at the same time. I want to do that final push all in one sitting. I think I did the math roughly. If I can get to like about 40%, 284, I should be able to Mecha Berry like 8 times in a row. Plus all the express boosters, plus, you know, whatever else I have. Should get me to 285. W Especia. Give me more diamond chests, please. Hello, hello, welcome. Well, today's grind was suddenly very fruitful. I don't know how much I started off on, maybe around like 70%. I gained 5% today, that's pretty damn good. Considering I'm just like casually farming. Between casually farming and doing monster park runs. Do I have an end goal on my rel? I want to see if I can do hard Kai. It's pretty ambitious, but I do have a lot of time. Like, I want to see after 12 weeks, can I do hard Kai? Maybe. It's gonna come down to whether or not I can get the what do you call it? The Genesis weapon. I think to get my Genesis weapon, I'll need to solo Black Mage at least twice. So I need to solo it once in the next month, and then once in the following month. And then maybe I can get Kai done right before the event ends. But it's kind of tight though. And that's assuming that I have enough points from my missions as well. It's looking pretty difficult. It's just the window for me to liberate is very small. Am I aiming for Hard Kai week 7? Nah, I can't aim for anything with Hard Kai because I didn't buy any of the passes. Like, if I wanted to and like fully sweated it out, I reckon I probably could have done Hard Kai by the end of like the second week. Oh, sorry, end of the third week. Because that's when you get your Genesis weapon. But I decided not to buy any of the passes. I will be a free-to-play enjoyer. Did I get all 12 of my boxes? I hope I did. I have all 12. Nice. Let's see. Do we get any shining stars? I've got one. One. I'll take it. One is better than 0. In Challenge World 4? I know nothing about Challenge World 4, unfortunately. I don't even know what I'm doing in Challenge World 3, to be quite honest. I know I'm like recording and sharing my prog on my RL, but it's kind of like... if anyone's following it and using it as a guide, it's kind of the blind leading the blind. I don't really know what's available in terms of resources, I'm just kind of fumbling through the menus as I go. There's too many things, man. There's too many things. So I don't have even a ballpark idea of how strong the new boss is. Like, it'd be a case of like somebody in chat telling me and then I can relay the information, but that's about it. You can kill him unlibbed. It's a level requirement. Yeah, level 280 is pretty far away, especially if I'm not planning on grinding. If I'm not going to grind and I don't want to buy a vac pet or anything like that, it's like... it's kind of cooked. I'm dedicated to the non-paying part of it. So I have no clue if it's even like possible for me to kill Kai with like pretty little amount of frags. All I get is just whatever the event gives me, and whatever we get from compensation, I guess, if it happens. Like the 300 frags that we get now, you know, that's a nice boost. It really is. Kinda needed it. Should give us 2,700 frags as compensation. No, that's not enough. We need 2,700 frags and like about 100 energy on top of that. Thoughts? You can't just give us the frags. We also need the energy. In Challenger World, what good are these frags? What do? They're just cosmetic at this point. I'm just staring at my frags on my IRL being like, yep, those are frags. I can't do anything with those though. Those are definitely frags. All in Hexa? You know what? Valid. You need less frags if it's all into your Hexa stat. You're not wrong. That actually, like, I'll have to look and see how Arel's like recommended masteries is. I think that spear does too much damage. I have to get that to level 9, I think, but that requires like 10 energy. It's kind of gross. You have 1,000 frags on your screen? What are you saving for? You just don't have energy, or...? Posted it on resources? Yeah. Thank you. I know that the Rel cord has the infographic, but I'm not gonna lie. Low key, I trust my guilty Vinny. Unless this is the same thing. Let me find out. Okay, this is the real one. Waiting weekly to get Janice? Yeah, that's fair. We're just like KMS. It always starts off like this too. Every time that we have like these hyper burns or like last Challenger World, I think something similar happened with the energy where we just didn't have very much of it. And then there were so many people who were asking about like, do I ever claim the energy instead of fragments? I feel like that was a very common question that people asked. I think that's a pretty valid question too, to be honest. It's not that unreasonable to ask something like that, just given the fact that, you know, it's kind of cooked. You got the snail card? Congrats. You did it, man. Only took like an hour. Well, at least it felt like an hour. Harder than pitch. You know what? It probably is in terms of the drop rate. How many snails did you have to murder for that card? The worst streak I've ever seen anybody like hit on a pitch is like probably 300 kills. Like if you killed more than 300 snails without seeing that fam card, it would be worse than pitch. You're not wrong. Not that bad farming, yeah. It's just more like quality of life. I think the biggest quality of life when it comes to Soul Janus is Monster Park. Being able to just kind of walk through Monster Park and kill everything is really nice. Hydrate, thank you. drink? I did. From the not water cup. Yeah, it's actually quite tempting for me to claim all 300 of frags on my Kanna right now, because that would just unlock Hexastat 3 for me, which is my next gain. But I must be good and put it onto the Arel. 300 frags on the Arel will go far. Like, I'll be down on energy, but I think it'll be worth it. Kanna doesn't have Hexastat 3. I hadn't reached that point yet. I was just putting my, I was just following the sheet. I put all my things into the calculator and it said get Hecate 4 first. So I'm like, okay, I go Hecate 4. Then after Hecate, I'll get my Hexastat 3s. That's what I'm saving it up for. I'm saving up for Hexa 3. How many do I have right now? I have like 193 frags. Oh, you can't see it, but yeah, 193. It's definitely getting delayed because I'm not doing the whole 5k mobs on it next week. I'm probably going to put that onto Arel because my Arel really needs that energy. Like 9 energy is kind of huge. How stupid is it to get a new account if you start at 9k Legion? Screwed up the Burning Challenger World Interactive and only play seasonally anyway. Haven't made a new account since 2006, so I don't know how hard it is to catch up. I'd say like if you really wanted to just like have fun with this particular event and you really want to play in Challenger World, I'm assuming you want to play in Heroic, making a new account is not that grief anymore. Like I know losing your original account with 9k Legion does feel bad, but in the best way possible, I think the Legion system has become a lot easier. Because one of the main rewards you get for doing a lot of stuff in Challenger World are the Legion pots. They kind of like make it easier for you to get that Legion, like get that Legion back. It won't get you straight to 9k. 9k is still like a substantial jump in levels. But I want to say, in terms of like overall like account-wide loss, it's not too bad. And honestly, if you're playing mostly seasonally, and you actually enjoy the character you're making, right? Like the one that you end up making in Challenger World, your main, or the character you make, is gonna be pretty strong really quickly. So that's like the biggest benefit. Like yeah, you lose your like existing progress, but like heaps of people have like made the swap from, for example, Hyperion to Kronos. I feel like this was a very common sentiment. And same thing with like from like Bera to Kronos. Or even Banter to Hyperion, like wherever they decide to swap and just start from fresh, right? Heaps of people have said like, yeah, it's so much easier now to get back to that spot. You do lose like, you know, your old progress and stuff like that. That can't be helped if you're making a new account, of course. But I think you'd be surprised how far and how quickly you can get into the game if you're actually enjoying it and you stick with it, right? And like you said, if you're only playing seasonally anyway, like, it's fine. Like, the whole fun of it is to just play in the Challenger World. So I don't think it's dumb at all to do something like that. It'll be inconvenient, I'll say that much, because making a whole account and then, you know, having to redo anything, there will be inconveniences, for sure. But I think in terms of enjoyment in this event, playing in the right server on the right class with the right start makes it a lot more fun. And you'll get far, like if you stick with it, for sure. Would you guys use 3 mag pots on 264 or save for rail not burning? Or will they last until the Kinesis revamp? I don't know if they'll last to the Kinesis revamp. Let's answer that first. Let's look. How long do these last after claiming them? Do you guys know? It says here 14 days, but it's probably like another 7 days after, right? I don't think it will last to Kinesis revamp. I think expecting it to last to Kinesis revamp might be a bit optimistic. So let's just say probably not. 2 weeks. Even for 2 weeks, it might be a bit close. Because Kinesis revamp happens in like the 22nd. It might be a bit tight for Kinesis. I don't think it's a bad idea though to use it on your 264. Because if it gets you to 266, then you get that extra symbol. It's pretty worthwhile. And you get like a new monster park and everything. Try it for us? No, I need to claim it on my Challenger world. I can't claim it here. It lasts 10 days on the compensation site. So, at best, it's 25 days. Yeah, it won't last until Kinesis. Unless I understand the date is wrong. I thought it was on like the 20-something of July for it to work. Well, just double check anyway. Oh, is it the 17th? I thought it was the 20-something. Alright, hold. Don't be claiming things yet. I might be spreading misinformation. If Kinesis is on the 17th, then you have enough time. If it's on the date that I thought it was, then you don't. But it sounds like I'm wrong. You're still short 1 day? Is Kinesis still on the 22nd? That's... Or is it the 17th? Oh, we're getting bamboozled here. I'm getting bamboozled. Well, regardless, like, if it happens to work for Kinesis, then you can save for the Kinesis, that's fine. But if you want to use it on your 264, it's also fine. Because getting to 266 is worthwhile if it levels you up. You get the new symbol, heaps of extra damage, new monster park, it's good. Plus the energy from Beyond Burning? True. The burning energy. That's actually a pretty good reward. I do need that. I think if I level up based off of those rewards today, I can get a decent amount of energy. And by I say decent, 2. You think about it at work? Yeah, easy. Yeah, it's a bit annoying that like the Kinesis rework is a whole month after. If you wanted to play that class, it feels a bit bad, hey. 17th is a Friday? Yeah. So I'm probably not 17 then. Usually the updates are on like Wednesdays or Thursdays. Len or Lumi? I've heard good things about Lumi recently. But I unfortunately can't give you too much of an input other than like I heard good things. As for Ren, I played Ren as well. I made it in Challenge World too. I enjoyed it a lot. It's a nice class. It's pretty smooth to play, good movement, good survivability, straightforward gameplay, solid mobbing. You know, it's like a jack of all trades class. It's on the 22nd? Alright, there we go, we got the number. 22nd. The answer's still Corsair. Sounds like bias. Yeah, I can't really give you that much input on Lumi though. I can say though, Ren is pretty solid. I enjoyed playing my Ren. More than I expected, for sure. I didn't think that I'd push my Ren as far as I did, but it's like one of my strongest characters now. It's one of my Legion champions. Also got hella lucky. It's just the stars lined up for that character, made it so much more fun to play too. And I'll say, out of like all the champion missions for Carlos, I think I had the easiest time on my Ren compared to the rest of them. It's just like the burst profile is just so clean, and you don't have as much pressure to DPS compared to other classes. And also your DPS, you can easily DPS on a different platform from Carlos. For Seren, it was one of the more comfy ones because I could cleanly burst in the DFAs. Because you can fit your entire burst within your Genesis iframe, which is not the case for every class. Combine that with good mobility, you can run away in the DFAs quite easily too. Very solid class. Made a Lumion Challenge World 3 similar to Ice Lightning. Let's see. Ren is so good and you like it, it's so tough. Yeah, balancing between like a class that looks very fun versus like your OG main. Which way do you go? I think the biggest downside regarding Lumi for me conceptually, again, this is coming from somebody who doesn't really play the class, but from what I understand, the Origin is a key down that can miss. Now, if that isn't the case, then I guess what I'm about to say is like irrelevant. But the concept of me possibly missing my Origin burst doesn't sound fun. I think I get pretty tilted if I missed my Origin burst. It's probably easier to hit nowadays because we have the Sol Hecate, but still, it's just like the fact that that bind can miss and you kind of scuff your Origin. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that's for me. Ever since playing Ren, Cannon Master, and more of Kanna, I do appreciate the classes that bind first, then Origin. Because sometimes you gotta do a little bit of setup and then press your Origin burst, and sometimes the boss just moves around. It's just a lot easier if you bind first. Not super likely, but still possible. Yeah. It's just more like the fact that that can happen. I'm just like, okay, maybe not for me. It only needs to happen once for me to get tilted. You know? It might not be often. It might not ever happen, but knowing that it can happen is too stressful. I already get annoyed when I miss my animation cancel on my marksman. I can only imagine how annoyed I would be if I just missed my Origin straight up. Or at least missed the beginning part of it. Corsair had like a very similar problem before Sol Hecate because you would use Nautilus Assault first and then press skill sequence and then Origin. But there is sometimes when the boss will move during the Nautilus Assault. So you press the key, the boss dashes, and then you bind, and then your burst just misses. That has happened before multiple times. It was so frustrating. Is your Origin so long? Dude, Arel's Origin is really long. When I unlocked my Origin skill on my Arel and I pressed the thing during like a boss, I was like, God, this cutscene is really long. Is it still Nautilus first? I do it out of habit. I don't know if it's like correct anymore, but I still do it out of habit. Is the compensation per world or per account? It's per account, so you can split it between the two servers that you want to put it on. I'm probably gonna put all of these onto Challenger World, but it is per account. There are some Chronos specific rewards though. I think you get some 4x coupons and some VIP boosters. Those are Chronos specific. Origin is a wet noodle. Yeah, I can't say I know much about Zero, but if that is the case, that's a bit tragic. Lin? Yeah, Lin's one's actually a damage loss. That one's a crazy bad Origin to use. My friends that play Lin only use their Origin as an iframe. Like, unironically as an iframe. 600 free frags? It's too good. I'll say, like, I'm surprised they even gave us this many frags. Unironically, the compensation feels better than the actual event rewards from this one. From this Operation Dive thing. Like, genuinely, this compensation feels better. Because we didn't do anything. You just gave you 300 frags, a bunch of mag pots, some EXP vouchers. Like, yeah, maybe it's not adequate compensation. We can argue that. Like, that's, you know. Servers went down for Chronos for quite a while. Shining Star Force was broke for a little bit. Like, I don't know if like these rewards are adequately, you know, balanced. But the fact that it's better than the event is kind of nuts. It's so nice, it's passive. It's more like, in terms of the rewards feel better from the compensation than the dive thing. Look, I will take free frags-ish. Like, they're kind of free. I'm happy with free frags, I'm not complaining about that. But it's a bit funny to me that, you know, those free frags, you still have to do, like, some dailies, you gotta do your monster parks, do some bosses, you know, fill up the bar, get the coins, buy the frags. And then this one's like, here, have 300 fragments. When I opened this, I was like, ooh, compensation. Didn't expect that. And I saw this, like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. We get some fragments. Then I saw it said 10. That's what caught me off guard. When I opened this and saw this, I was happy. You know, fragments are good. But then it said 10? 300 fragments? Hello? Who took over Nexon? Since when are they going to give us 300 like this? Never. I just don't expect anything anymore. How do I send your fams on Mystic Frontier? So to unlock it, you need 3, you need to have the 10 badges, I think, or like 3 fam slots unlocked. Then there's like a small quest that you have to do to unlock it, and then you can assign them in the... Interactive prog? I don't think that's ever happening, unfortunately. This is new? If you're talking about the compensation, yeah, this just came on today. Feels like an apology for the typo thing. But it can't be, because if it's an apology, then where's the compensation? You know what? If this is an apology, and then they give us more compensation, I'm not gonna complain. Yep. Copium. Does the coin boss reset on tomorrow's reset? That one I'm not sure. I know a lot of it resets on actual boss reset day, but I'm not sure about the coins. Because I didn't do anything day 0. Any day 0 players can help here. I'm assuming you're talking about this shop, right? Actually, maybe it'll tell you. Let's have a look. It says here resets every Thursday. The last time an event said that they reset every Thursday, it wasn't Thursday. I think last time the Challenger Pass said that it reset Thursday, but it reset on Wednesday. I think take that with a grain of salt. I'd say, like, if you haven't done your bosses, do it when you can. I wouldn't trust that date, because they have definitely written down it resets on Thursday and then it reset on Wednesday, and then I lost out on some rewards. Like, I want to believe them that they're right, and it is actually on a Thursday, but the last time they wrote inside the game, on those same patch notes, that it resets on a Thursday, it actually reset on Wednesday for me. And then because I was holding my high mountain to the last moment, so that I could get like Angler Company or something, and then I got scammed. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't make a difference, right? But it's like annoying knowing that, you know, you held off and then you just lost resources for no reason. It's up to you if you believe the patch notes. I've just been personally burnt by it, so I'm just gonna run it earlier. Guess you rent today? If you rent today, it will still last 48 hours, so you can do it again after reset too. So it's not the worst if you rent now. Yeah, if you rent now, then you will get the rental gear until, I guess, +7 Thursday. So it's not too bad. And then if you like mess up bosses, then you have all of tomorrow as well. Yeah. It does say in the patch notes though, it does reset on, like, with the boss resets. Alright. Almost done here. Pretty good amount. You can't trust the patch notes either. It's a bit of a gamble sometimes with these things. The one time I trusted the patch notes inside the game like that, and it said Thursday, it reset on Wednesday, I was so sad. But I think though, like even if you miss out on some of those points, I think the overall loss isn't too much. So if you don't think that you'll be able to do everything anyway, you could just opt to wait until tomorrow to do it. Have I got any plans for Miracle Time? I don't think I have any money. I don't think I have any money to do stuff for Miracle Time, to be honest. When is the secondaries Miracle Time? That's the only one I actually care about. Is it in the patch notes? Yeah, I think I might like try to take advantage of that one just to get my secondary to legendary. And then maybe if I have leftover money, I would like to cube for 2 lines. Right now my WSC is a little bit sad. You're having trouble defeating sea slime at 31 mil. It takes you 10 minutes to do 30%. I guess the first question is, are you doing the test? Like, you know how he does the mini game and then the slime slides down the sides and stuff like that? Are you correctly doing that part? Because that actually adds a lot of damage if you do it correctly. Because I think passively, slime takes less damage throughout the fight. But if you do that game correctly, he gets stunned for 10 seconds and then you do your full damage to him. And that's pretty important for your burst. Like, are you blocking the gates correctly? If you are blocking it correctly and you're still doing that damage, I'm not sure how much hyperstats would work, for example. Like, I don't know how much it will help you get the clear. Slime is a pretty tanky boss. Like, he's not weak. For like a C10 tier boss, he's pretty tanky. He also heals very, very consistently throughout the fight too, which is really annoying. You don't do the minigame? Yeah, you should do the minigame. So throughout the fight, there'll be rocks on the floor, and then if you press interact, you can try to shoot the rocks into the gates. And then you have to guide the slime into the gates that you block. It's a bit hard for me to explain while I'm like farming right now, because obviously I can't show it to you. But you should, like, I reckon look at a video and see if it makes more sense that way, because you should be blocking it. You'll do way more damage if you do. Yo, actually I've finished my coupons. I can quickly show you if you'd like. I can quickly show you. You want to play seasonally, but you want to play around. Worried that if he gets off Challenger Worlds, be insanely weak. Yeah, they give you rewards that will help you stay strong. You will be a little bit weaker coming out of Challenger World, but I think it'll be alright. So I'll just show you what I mean by the mini game. So you have a timer at the top. It tells you how long you have until the next mini game happens. Alright. So you know you're doing your damage, you know, just attacking slime and whatever. Actually, I'm in my drop gear, so I'm not going to do much damage. But like right now, because he's not stunned, I'm going to be doing a lot less damage. You see these rocks that spawn? Like these rocks around here? If I press interact, this menu comes up and I can shoot these rocks into the gates. See how it's like now blocked the blue gate? You need 2 rocks to block a gate. So, do it again. So now it's blocked, right? So you can do this throughout the fight. You only need to block 1 usually. And then you have to wait and see what slime shows up afterwards. We gotta wait 30 seconds for that. So there's like 3 different slimes that could show up, but usually it's one of 2. Either it's going to be green or it's going to be yellow. If it's a green slime that shows up, you have to guide it into the door that you blocked. You see how this one is a blue door, right? This one's blue door, you can see up here on the wings. Oh, actually, maybe you can't because my webcam's covering it. Maybe just trust me, this is a blue door. So now this game starts. You see you can jump down here. You see all these colors? You have to guide it to the color that you blocked. So it's like the bottom right one here. So the slime will like slide down here. See how it's color green? That means I have to bring it to blue. So you can press interact and you put down these rocks that control where the slime goes. So I'll just block everywhere else. We'll just watch it like slide down. You see how it's going down the thing? So I've controlled it to go into the blue hole. Yep, see? Then it says in the middle here, you did it. See, now he's stunned. Now you can do full damage to the boss. And this happens every 2 minutes, right? So then you can actually get pretty far. I think with 31 mil, it'll still be a long run, but you'll probably do more damage than 30% in 10 minutes. If you're doing 30% damage in 10 minutes now, if you had done the game correctly, you probably would have done it like closer to 40 minutes. Like, sorry, 40% in... You would have done closer to 40%, so it's very clearable, I think, for you. Wouldn't Bind also stun him? It's a different kind of stun. I call it a stun because that's kind of what it is. But him getting, like... what's the word that we use for the other bosses? Like, groggy? Oh, well, you get the idea. Like, he gets, like, debuffed, and then you do more damage to him during the debuff. Is this super delayed? I only saw the comment show up just now. And yeah, so when he comes out of that minigame and he's groggy, so you do extra damage, afterwards you can bind him as well. So he stands still for like a longer time, which will allow you to do more damage. It might take you some practice to get used to blocking the gates, because I've been doing this boss for like 3 years. So I can probably shoot most of the gates pretty easily, but that's the concept. Any Seer players tell me if this is just you or the class feels quite boring. I haven't played Seer, so I can't really comment. Can I teach you Lick Boss? I haven't even done the pre-quest for it. Yeah. If it's delayed for you, on YouTube at least, on the bottom left of the stream, it should say like live. If that thing is grayed out, you can click on it and it will just put you back to the most current version. You might be a little bit delayed because, you know, internet things. Okay. Well, that's most of the stuff done. Is there anything else I need to do? Let's see, what do we got here? Ooh, that's a good reward. I'll claim that on my RL. Okay. Let's do this thing. I think this gives me like 20 frags. boring is subjective. That is true. It really just depends on what you like. If you guys haven't done this, if you watch through this cutscene, you'll be able to get 20 frags. Or something like that. It's like a 10-second cutscene. It's pretty short. Look at that. No, it's only 10. You know what? It's fine. 10 frags. I mean, that's something. 10 frags and 500 coins. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. And then you can use those things as well. Like, those coins can buy you a frag, basically. Well, considering it takes that short of a time, it's not too bad. Why do I only have 500? Oh, because I didn't claim this yet. Can you claim this on both worlds? Yeah. These are separate on both servers. So you can actually double up this. Like, all these things you can claim here is once per world. So do this on Challenger World as well. What else is this? What's this thing? Is this the Punch King? Golden Tomato Punch King. It's been a while since they've given us one of these. How much XP am I expected to get? How many points can you get for the Punch King? Is this one the one... Actually, does it say here? Is this the 1500 one that's really tanky? Because I remember there was a Punch King that wasn't that strong. 1150. Is it easy to cap on 1150? Or is this like the really strong one? 7% though, that's pretty good. Even if I don't cap it, it'll probably give me a lot. The tanky one. So I'm probably only gonna get like 1,000 points roughly. Maybe like 1,030. Still, that's like 6.5%. 6.5% per ticket. Wow. So I'm actually really close then to leveling up. I'm just gonna claim the coins. These frags, I know like I should probably claim them, but there was a time yesterday where I just needed one frag. It was kind of nice being able to claim it on the character that needed it. Yo, this track is pretty long. Are we able to get everything? 1,400? 14,000. That's a lot of stuff. So 7 goes here. And 12 goes here. Oh, we get a lot of coins. Can we buy out the whole shop? Get another 500 here. Have I claimed this already? Oh, there we go. What's this metal do? That's whatever. Actually give you a decent amount of coins. You can buy most of these things. And this resets every week too. Not bad. Definitely more than I expected in terms of the rewards. Probably do my last expeditions here. Min-cart will? Yeah, min-cart will is pretty awful. Wouldn't recommend it if you could help it. But if you need the clear, you need the clear. Ah, my favorite. Glowing pouches everywhere. All the glowing pouches. Oh, how generous. Blue pouch. I don't think I'll win this anyway. I'm too lazy. Oh, never mind. Bonus blue pouch. Will we get a random good pouch? That'd be nice. It's just, you know, give me a green one. Or even just a pitch box. Yep. Oh, you know, I'll take the purple and call it a day. I've yet to get any pitch from this system. One day it'll be my turn. Alright. Here we go. How do you aim the rocks? So when you press interact, it'll give you the aiming like thing, right? If you press down, the rock will shoot upwards. And if you press up, the rock will shoot downwards. It's like the opposite. So you just press interact and then press up, or interact and then press down while you're standing next to the rock. It'll take a bit of time to get used to like the distance and like how to shoot it and stuff, but yeah, that's just part of learning the boss. Okay, well, I think though that'll be it for today. I know it's like a relatively short stream. There's just not really much to do in this game at the moment, for me at least, because I've done all of my weeklies. And all I can really do is farm, but I kind of want to work a little bit more on my rel for the videos and stuff like that. But I don't want to do that on stream just yet, because there's so much to do, and I'll get distracted if I stream. So yeah. What was the minimum combat power you'd do H-Lotus with? That's a good question. Personally, maybe like 15 to 20. Then I don't think it'd be too difficult. I think if you had like 7 to 8 mil combat power and then bought the rentals, you'd be able to clear it pretty easily. TMS class plus 10 mil? Yeah, for sure. Imagine like you go on like a Kanna Hayato at 1 mil combat power, you rent out all the gear and you just kill Hard Lotus. I wouldn't even be surprised if someone actually did that. These TMS classes are quite something. Yeah. Anyway, appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys did, please do give the stream a like. Helps me out a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys again tomorrow around the same time. And if you guys are over on Twitch, let's have a quick look. See if anybody's streaming right now. See who I can send you guys over to. And also, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Joined as soon as I was closing on my stream. Right. I'm just using his streaming right now. Let me just check that he's not like actually asleep. Because last time I joined his stream, didn't read the stream title that, you know, he was asleep during his subathon. Alright. Take care guys, I'll see you all again tomorrow.